Hello, fellow Zentangler and more friends. Today, I'm going to do one of my own Zentangles, and I'm show you something a little bit different. Today, because I love heartstrings, heartstrings is just a word I like. It is a thought that I love. It's just heartstrings. I love it when people pull at my heartstrings because I love the feeling. And so today we're going to do heartstrings, but I'm going to show you something different. I had foodled and fiddled with one somewhere, and then I don't know what to do with the paper. I think I left it out on the kitchen table, and I don't feel like going back out there. So this is what I'm going to show you. This is really, really very simple. We're on day 43, or Project 43. Not actually day 43, because some days I missed. Like yesterday, I missed. But I had my grandchild, and me and Jeffrey, we have been busy with arting, and I was blessed to be able to have time with him. And so I do miss a day here and there. I try not to, but I do. Okay, now this is the one that is going to be very simple to do, and I believe that you will enjoy this. This is one that will be able to go on the edge of a page or on the edge of an envelope, edge of something. You can have it go anywhere you actually want it to go. And so you just start with a string. And let's have it curved about like this. And then I like a little teardrop at the end of my string. Okay, then I'm going to make a heart. I'm going to make hearts. I'm going to make, now this one, see, do one side and then the other, and you got a heart, and then leave about that much space again. You're going to have space between your hearts, and then another heart on the string. And depending on how long you made your string, is how many hearts you will fit in there. Now, see, I think I've got 4 hearts there, and I think that's a good amount of hearts for me. And so I didn't start it right at the top. I started it a little farther down in here. So now I want to aura inside the heart. So I'm going to aura inside the heart, just making that extra line inside. And then if you have space enough inside, make another, just a small heart. And color that inside heart in. They call that puddling. So we're going to puddle that. And I have found so many different people that are certified Zentangle instructors and I have been watching the actual creators of Zentangle. I've been watching some of their videos too, and then I have watched people like me who just love it, and so there's no way I will become certified, because to become certified, you got to go to Boston and you got to pay something like $2,500 for the class. I'd love to go. I mean, I would love to go, but and become certified. But we definitely do not have to be certified to be able to doodle. So we're going to just go on our own with this. But by watching the others, with their art forms, I've learned that we have the freedom to create and to change any of the Zentangle patterns that you are learning. And because I was watching the people who originated from, and those at the headquarters of the Zentangle headquarters, that is what they tell us, is to take their tangles as inspiration and then go with them. So their tangle is just a start. It's just that the only thing about the tangles is that you don't want to say, I created this one just on my own when it was somebody else's. You know what I mean? I guess there's some kind of copyright infringement or something. I'm going to put a heart right at the top here, just a little filled in heart at the top to start the top one. So that's the beginning. And then here, I'm going to go with a couple more lines down here that end with a little teardrop. Fill in the teardrop and another. And that's basically, that's it right there. That's it. And then you can, then it's up to you to start embellishing your heartstring however you want to embellish it. And then that's going to depend on how big you have made your hearts, how, because you might be on, you might start this whole page and make your hearts even bigger, but you still have that heartstring. Start with the string and add the hearts to it. And so you can embellish your hearts any way you want, because then that's putting your touch onto an idea. Your touch onto an idea, and that makes it your art. This is just so, this is so, for me, it has, since I started doing this again, when I did the Zentangles long ago, I felt like I had to do them exactly the same as what I was watching. I should have made my line first. I felt like it needs to be exactly the same, and or it was wrong. And so I didn't want to do it wrong. I wanted to do it right, and so I gave up on it. And so in Zentangle, there is no right or wrong because it's your art. And when you see an idea come from another tangler, it's exactly what it is. It's an idea. And because there are names put to different small strokes to a tangle, that is almost like Zentangle language between one Zentangler and another. So if they say, well, I did a flux, then that means that they're doing something like this. Maybe I'll do a flux down here. And so flux is the word. See there, I just did a flux down the side of that. Let me see if we can see how that is. I made that little flux. And so, but that's what they call this, is a flux. And so that's where the names come in to be very, very handy. This is a string. The first line we put in was a string. And then, of course, we know what a heart is. And then, and so then flux. And orbs, we've learned that word orbs is little circles. Now, see, I might want to put a flux down the other side too, but right now I just put it down one side of the string. Now I just put orbs inside the first part of this this heart here that I drew. But then I might want to do, I could put something else inside there. And there's a word for these too, like when you put these little, so I'll do 3 part circles and 3 right here, and then right here is 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I seem to lose my, look, I put that in that one half of the heart, the little curves. I'm making myself a sheet. Let's see, where is that now? I am really, I'm not kidding. Oh, here. See, I made myself a sheet here that's got these little squares. And then I'm putting in the ones that I'm learning. I'm putting them into my little squares, and then I've got the names of them under here. So now when and these are, I've only got 20 so far, and I will be continuing to make up some more. I'm also going to make a, oh, what did I say I was going to call it? I'm going to make up a, like a, you know how we have mixed media mashups and things on different channels, or pick 12s or whatever people call them, and then you read on a card as to what the next step is going to be. Well, I'm going to do sort of the same thing by having cards, and I'm going to make each one of these like into a card, and I'll pick a card. What we're going to do is to make a random string, and we're going to start filling it in with whatever card I choose. And so, but I'm going to get quite a few of these made up first before I'm going to draw each one on a, you know, this size of a card. And then, but I'm going to start doing a live stream, and maybe it'll be like every Monday night at something o'clock or something, you know, and that we're going to do our live stream. What did I call it? I called it a Zen something, but Zen Doodle, I don't know, I have to remember now. But like one of them that I really love here, see, and having a little sheet like this, here is a fescue. This is fescue right here. And so a fescue is just a little line with a dot on the top. And then another one with a dot on the top. And then go and cross over this one, dot on the top. Let's get one from out the side here, a dot on the top. And that's all that is. That's a fescue. How simple is that, but how fun to fill that in. Oh, shattuck is what this one here was called. Now, I don't know if the shattuck means that you have to have the lines in the middle too, or if it's just this center part like this. It might be the whole thing. I don't know. But this is what I'm doing, is I'm printemps.
Take with my fire, son.
Okay. That was Papa letting me know he's going outside. Pretemps they call it, but they're little swirls, you know. So there's words that you can use to go with your when he comes in here I kind of lose my whole train of thought. And so anyway, I can fill this whole page up with different thing. Now see, and then maybe I would want to do like out of one side of the heart, maybe I would do some little fescues. I think they're so pretty. And all they are is just a little curved line with a dot on the top. But it's called a fescue. So for heartstrings, you basically start with a heartstring. And look how pretty. I love this. But I love hearts. I just probably put hearts on most everything I make. I put a heart on it. And there, I just put the fescues on this side. I put the whatever I just called them on this side. How come that left me already? It's oh, I don't have that one on here, do I? No, I gotta put that on this. I gotta make. I'm gonna making a bunch of these, but I don't have that one on here. And I just called what that was, and now I can't remember. But yes, and okay, and I want to show you one other little thing because so many of us that are now really wanting to get into this art of Zentangling into any kind of a Zen art. I just decided to draw color in the negative part of those little orbs, and see that makes those orbs pop. It makes a big difference. You know, I drew them circle orbs down, and then when I just kind of puddle in around, see, that's one of our words, puddle. When I puddle in around, then it just makes the orbs really pop. And it is absolutely so meditative. Okay, I want to show you something else though. Okay, so those are the heartstrings. So you make you something like that. But now my next idea here is I have this little card. It's just 2 inches by whatever length you want. This is a paper clip. And I do my paper clips like this. I take a needle nose plier and I curl the ends of them, so the ends of the paper clips is curled. I'm going to flip this over. I cut this piece of paper the width that will fit right into this paper clip like this. That's just a hair too wide. Then you can do one of your, okay, don't, you need that one part that'll flip over. But I'm going to go now just down this little piece, and I'm going to start one right here. Okay. I should have stopped my pen there. Okay, and then I'm going to do a heart. 1 heart. 2 hearts. And 3 hearts. And then this one I'm going to echo them on the outside because I made these kind of, let me see if I can get you closer again. Okay. I'm going to echo outside the heart. Now, if I had my heart, if I'd made my hearts bigger, I would echo inside the heart, or aura. See, some call it aura, some call it echo. So by my researching and my watching different videos, I'm learning that people do different words. And so, and then I'm going to put a small, tiny heart in the middle and puddle it in. Fill it in. See there? Now, okay, I'm going to come with my, some more just strings with a little apple seed on the end. Just a little drop, just a teardrop. Well, it doesn't have to be a teardrop. Although sometimes the heart, when you have something pulls at your heartstrings, then you get little teardrops in your little eyes. because they're little wonderful things. I'm going to put a little heart up here at the very top. And I'm going to puddle that one in. And so here again, this is where you get creative. Now I'm putting these things in here again, and that quickly I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I just called them. That's why I need those, and then we'll put the fescues. I remember them. Just a little curved line with a dot on the top. Just a dot on the top. That's all it is. You can have them cross over each other. Now, you can color this in, which maybe I will. Let's see, do I have some of my, oh, you know what oh no, I don't have them in here. Let's see. I'm going to take just my colored pencil. And I'm just going to color in just this outside where I already did, just with my colored pencil. And give it a little color. Because I love color. And this is a Crayola pencil. So nothing fancy needed. No fancy nothing. And you can make fancy things. And then maybe I would just go around one side of my heart and just do little spots. Just little, you know, there's a word for these spots too, but I just call them spots. And I'm just going to put them down one side. Then you can go, maybe you want to do the edge and do some little ladybug humps. Going down the edge of your little paper. And just go down the whole edge. And then I'm going to go with my letter C and just to go, makes it almost look like a little sunshines. Little sunshines are shining in on this edge. This is a lightweight cardstock that I'm drawing on today. And I was using some watercolor paper, but my watercolor paper, although I do like using that too, it's not real smooth. The one I have is not real smooth. And so when I color, it doesn't really, it doesn't color in real, it's got a texture to it. So it's, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's just not making me happy. Okay, I'm going to use these Posca pens right now. Because then I'm going to put in some, let me see, I gotta put my, there, okay, there. Now, and so that I can color in these, I'm gonna put some yellow in here. Make that a little bit brighter. And see how pretty that is? Maybe I'll go over my heart even where I painted with the colored pencil, and I'll use this pink one. Let's see how that works. I always have to, oh, why does it, maybe shake it more? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's coming out now. I'm going to go over this one just to give it a little bit more of a pop of color. Oops. Be careful not to put my finger on that before it's completely dry, because this is like a paint pen here. And there's that. Then maybe I want to go on my flag, and maybe I will do a poke leaf. I like my poke leaves. And let's put one down here. That's one of my favorites. Go-to tangle too is the poke leaf. I like that. Now, see, as I was going along, here, this one is similar to that, but they call this one a poke root. And so, but this one, the only thing different is the top of it is rounded instead of pointy. So the leaf is pointy, the top, and the poke root is rounded at the top. To me, it looks like a mushroom, but we're going to go with what they call it. Now I'm going to take my green one, and I'm going to color these green. I don't know why I want to color them green. I just do. Okay, and so I'm going to color them green because I just want color. I want some color. Not a lot of color, but a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, puddled out pretty fast right there. This one got a little bit darker. Lower this one too. Okay, now, then I might want to see, it looks like too much space, too much blank space there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a colored pencil, and I want one that's got a sharp point. So let's see, these got sharp points. I'm going to use this light blue, and I'm going to go now, and I'm going to just go, and I'm going to start patterning. I'm going to just pattern. I'm going to put 4 lines this way. Let me see, I got to put, let me see, I need, this is kind of soft. I need. Okay. Okay. Because I need to press a little bit here. So here, I'm just going to be patterning. And I'm going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. But I keep changing the direction of my line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, only 3 lines fit in there. Okay, sometimes you need 5, or sometimes you need just 3. And I look at my screen and I can't hardly see what I'm doing. I hope you can see it. Hopefully it's just my eyes ain't working. And so I'm going to fill in now. And I can go over even my fescues here with my colored pencil. And it doesn't ruin that part of it. But I'm not going to go over my hearts. And just keep changing your direction of your lines. See how, can you see there how I keep changing the direction of the lines? And this kind of builds like a wallpaper around your image. And it kind of just finishes it. Okay. Okay, let's see. My lead is getting a little dull. If as you're doing something like this repetitive, if you kind of turn your pencil as you're going like this a little bit and then turn a little bit and then turn, and then you kind of keep your pencil lead sharp that way, coming to a point. If you keep using only the one side of it, you're going to make a flat spot, and then you're not going to be able to make such a fine line. But this, by putting a little background or a little wallpaper behind your image, it kind of just finishes it. It looks finished that way. And I like to do that kind of thing. And like I say, when you're doing heartstrings, there is so much you can do. I mean, if you were to not put the little colored in dot in the middle, if you were to make 4 hearts, don't put the heart in the very middle and then write LOVE. Put those letters in there. Then that's another idea you can do with the heartstrings. But or put in a name, make enough hearts to go with a name, or enough hearts to just put in, I don't know, anything. You just, because once you just get the string with the hearts, it's your heartstring. And then after that, then it is all up to you. And you just start putting things in there until you smile. But you know what? Any kind of Zentangling, Zen doodling, it's all Zen. It's all, no matter how you do it, there is no right and there's no wrong. The only wrong part of it is if you don't do it. And so you want to continue. You want to continue to be happy. This is, it makes you happy. It makes you cheerful. Um, and that's what you need. I mean, especially if you're lonely, if you're alone and you're lonely, then doodle. And all you need is just a pencil, a school pencil, any kind of a pencil, any kind of a pen, and any kind of a piece of paper. It can, and you can even doodle on the edges of your bills, whatever. There's paper somewhere in your house. I can guarantee it. Not right on the walls. Well, no, I guess you might get in trouble if you write on the walls. But could you imagine doing a whole Zentangle though on a wall? That would be awesome. I'm almost all the way around now with my little flag. Like going with my, and when you do something small like this, like a ATC card, artist trading card, or art therapy card, when you do something small, then you can finish it in one sitting, and you have actually finished something. And sometimes that is really satisfying too is to actually finish something, go from start to finish. There, so that's finished. Now, if I wanted to, even with this, boy, that is not showing up on my screen at all, so I don't know at all if it's showing on yours. So if I were to take another lighter color, and then I could just color over this whole thing, just even over all of those hatch marks I made on there, all those little lines. I could color over them, or I could just shade on the edges, color over it, or just shade on the edges. And I think I love it. This is kind of a gray color here. And then you put it on your clip. There's my paper clip. It's ready for display. I'll put it on that paper clip. Then I'm going to get a little dab of glue here. I'm going to glue that on here. If the glue will come out. There, it did come out. The glue knew I wanted it to come out. Oh, and then one more thing before I turn you loose. Turn you loose. Look how pretty. Oh, but you know what will make the whole thing pop even a little bit more is if I take, let me see, I've got a broad black Sharpie here somewhere. Here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right along the edge. See, there's a little, when you look at your Sharpie, where the felt comes out of the plastic, right there, there's like a little lip. You can put that lip on the end of your, edge of your paper and go all the way around. Or you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Just gonna trace around. Well, no, that doesn't help any. Um, I'm just making a little. You know, I wonder if I were to try. I want to get it a little broader than that's what I want. I have another marker that's real wide, and it's. Oh, here it is. Here's my real wide one. This one is the one I usually use. Because this is it's from Staples, but it's real big. And so when I use this one, I can go around. Yeah, and that gives me a black border. Why am I not having any luck today? There I go. Now I'm getting it. And hold it so you just go slow. And just go slow. Oh, my black line kind of covered up some of my yellow. But my yellow's still peeking. And then up here at the top. And there you have that by putting that little black frame around it, it makes the whole image just pop out pretty. And then this fits on any side of any page, that depending on which way you have your paper clip going. Mine is going to go this way, so then I can take that and just clip it on the side of my page. And there you got a flag that you can put in a journal, you can use as a bookmark, but it's got your art on it. And then remember what I talked about chops. Um, a chop is your little signature. Like your little signature mark is a chop, and my chop is that I put on mine, and you just find a little corner to put it in, or just a little hiding place. And mine is a S and a L, and that's my chop. I put that on the corner. I put that on my art pieces because I'm proud of my art pieces. I I am definitely proud of my art pieces, and so there you go. That's what we have for today. And see, here's some that I did that I went around with the black marker and see and made that frame on these ones. I went nuts with them on sitting line. These are all blank cards. Ooh, yay. But so I got lots to do. And since Jeffrey went home today, I've got time to play. So that's for today. And so let me see. I'm going to have, where should I read from? They're here. They're from Where You Are Stronger Than You Know. That's what I'm going to read from. Oh, Donna Fargo wrote this one. I just love Donna Fargo. Okay, make every day special. Make every day Make every day to celebrate. Excuse me, let me start over. Make every day a day to celebrate life and be thankful. Take time to pull yourself away from all the noise and just look around you. Take inventory. Appreciate those who have enhanced the quality of your life and remember that they have been a gift to you. Also, remember that you're a gift too. Be grateful for the choices you've made, both good and bad. Accept your mistakes. You can't change them anyway. Appreciate yourself and your own uniqueness. Go outside and look at the sky. Soak in the atmosphere. Enjoy the colors of the landscape. Feel the treasures of every place that you are thankful for. Smile at the world. Don't allow any negative feelings to creep into your consciousness. Feel the power of your own acceptance. Put a positive spin on every thought you have. Make every day special. Own it. Enjoy it. Bask in the glory of life. Appreciate the gift of your own life. And that was written by Donna Fargo. That's amazing. Yeah, when I read all this, like Donna Fargo, when I was young, she sings too, and so I knew some songs that she sang, and I loved her for that because I loved her music. And then when I started reading this book, and I started reading the things that she would write, it's like I learned more about her, about what kind of a lady she is, and for her to be able to write things like that are so inspirational and so from the heart, that is what tugs at your heartstrings and gives you those happy moments, and it gives you those moments of knowing all is well. Heartstrings. Okay, ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I will see your smiling faces on the next video. God bless.